I went to a campground called Calvary Campground in Ashland, Virginia, and I was waiting upon the Lord. There God continued to unfold what the government are all about. It's true I've read in the scripture. I've read in my line of study, in my theological schools, in other colleges I've been, in so many seminaries, what the government are. But the more God opened my eyes to read, the more I don't see any of them that you can rely. Because it's whatever God put into their heart. That's only the limit they can go. But God in heaven can use you greater. And they also will now know that you are not a liability. An individual house is not a liability. A community is not a liability. A state is not a liability to them. They are ready to lift them up. Then when the house, the community, the state, and the nation work together in unity, that's what will bring that nation to realization of what God has destined that nation to be. That's why I'm convinced of what God alone will do in the land of Africa. I thank God for those that have labored so much. They have committed their life to the things of Nigeria, on Africa as a continent, to Ghana. I thank God for the people in Ghana. They are doing great in Uganda and other nations. I thank God for every man and every woman that are doing something. So you also, you can do a lot of things. I don't want us to rely on any government in Africa, any human being that's the head. But when we rely on God and the instincts that God has put in our hearts, I know something great will happen. Please, if you forget anything, don't everything that if you forget everything that I've ever said, don't forget this thing. The whole continent of Africa, the whole government, all the people in your area, they are in the palm of your hand. Do you want them to go on die in sufferings, in problems, in difficulties, in sorrow? Do you want them to do that? Do you like them to do that? When you have all the potentialities to change and transform the people around you. For how long are you going to be so hardened in heart, so that you don't want to be a blessing to your husband? You don't want to be a blessing to your wife. You don't want to be a blessing to your children. You don't want to be a blessing to your parents. You don't want to be a blessing to your community. Why? Why? Change today. Be a blessing to somebody. Be a blessing to somebody. And think on how you can even unite with me if God touch your heart to have a Kubit family. If you have any, if you want us to work together, we can put our head together. I don't have all the resources. This idea dropped into my heart 1982 precisely at East Farm in New York. East Farm, that is Rock Road Chapel, very close to Albany. That's when the idea can drop into my heart. And in 1983, I tried to do it. Up to today, I have not accomplished it because I know everything. There's a time for everything. Maybe God is now the time for God to do something. That's why He gave me the grace to voice it out to people who can unite with me, like when Moses was told to build an ark. He can't do, but God said that He have selected 2 wise people who can build it well. He have the idea, but he cannot build it. I have the idea. I don't know how to do anything agriculture. I don't even think I have the strength for it. But maybe you have the strength for it, and we can put our head together to do a very good Kubit farming. That is when we unite our effort together to change a community, and that community change another community change another community. If we all determine that that's the goal we are going to set up, I know for sure poverty will be a byword. That is something that we are not going to speak about it in Nigeria, because we shall see that everyone on the street is being ministered to. Everybody have something to do. And when education standard will be realization, my brethren, please, if you forget everything, don't forget this, that your life counts. Every second of your life counts. I pray to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am that I am, will enable you to get something done to this thing. It will enable you. And if it does not touch you to call me, it's not by force you call me or let me know that you want to do it. You can go and do it. It will be a blessing. If I can reach your area, I see that everything is booming. I can see the life being transformed. I can see the laughter. Then I know the purpose of which God has sent this thing to you is accomplished. That's all the joy. I want something great to happen. From east to west, from north to south of the continent of Africa, especially now, because that's where I have a great body for. I love all other nations. I love every nation, every human beings. I love them. I cherish their lives. And the idea is open to every nation, every continent. I know there are practices in Israel and other part of the nations, but I want it to be more elaborate. It's not a one-man show. Please, do something. And if you're you have a vocational, do something that can change lives. It is true, everyone wants to accumulate wealth and want to be oppress somebody for their own selfish gain. That what you want for your selfish gain is at the end will be your selfish destruction. Because what you think that you accumulated can be vanished anytime. That is life. That is life. So today, I challenge you and me to think deep, to reason deep, to do something great. And at this time, I want to pray for all the leaders. Whether a leader in your household, a leader in your community, or your private or public endeavors, that God will open our eye to see, because without a vision, that people perish. Not only that you see, God will give all of us understanding, because he said, in all thy getting, get understanding. Because it's wanting to see is another to get understanding. But it's not even enough to do that. The power to do. Some people, because they have the grace to run up and down, they say, oh, that one cannot do it, that one cannot. It's because God gave you the grace. The Bible says nobody can receive anything except it's given to them from above. Even the will for you to will something is the grace of God. When I was looking to the life of Pharaoh, the Bible said he have make him to be like that. And I don't want God to turn his backside on me. So God will help you. God will give you the grace. A song that close to my heart now. I have no power of my own. I have no power of my own. Holy Spirit of God, I depend on you. I have no power of my own. I have no power of my own. You don't have any power, because even the breath you have can be taken out of your life in a day. Look at that man that create a ban and he fool everything